Hello, people. Welcome to another exciting episode of Who's That Anime with your hosts, Steve and
Hello.
Colin. That's me,
Hello.
and that's Steve. Steve.
Still can't do it right.
Oh, it's the
Still,
mirrored
st-
image.
I know. I know.
I mean, I'm
Like
technically pointing that way.
I'm doing it wrong to you right now, but
Yeah.
I'm doing it right for me. So yeah,
Uh,
how about that?
it just
Um.
looks weird.
Oh, what are we doing today, Colin?
We're talking about Melancholy of Suzumiya, and we're on the Endless Eight saga, and we're halfway through the Endless Eight saga.
Yep.
That's right, halfway through of 8 episodes of Endless Eight, repeating the same episode
Yep.
over and 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 over again. I think that was 8 times.
It was enough.
It was enough. It
We
was.
are going to be talking about episodes 5 and 6 today, although they could literally be any episode. We are watching this show in the broadcast order, not chronological, not the chronological order, because that would be mad. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's just as a warning. If you haven't listened to our previous 2 episodes, I'd suggest you probably do that, just to catch up. But as a brief summary and summation of where we're in a 2 week time loop in summer holiday for the group. I am slowly losing the ability to speak because I'm yeah I'm done with this time loop.
Done with the time loop for 8 episodes,
Yep.
solid.
Yep. I
Yeah,
mean, normally we would talk about the episodes one by one. We do 2 episodes a recording, but the similarities are so much that I think we're just going to talk about these 2 episodes generically, as we did in the previous episode, and come to some sort of conclusion on how good they are or what actually happens. But yeah,
yeah.
so
Thinking we should, if you really just want to try and follow that, yeah, listen to the last 2 episodes, but you listen to the first episode of the Endless Eight saga, which is what, 2 episodes ago.
yep,
Um, you'll get the gist of the entire saga.
it's
What's
a
been
saga, all
repeated?
right.
What's been repeated? For 8 episodes. So once again, nothing much has changed in episode 5 or 6. Um, in episode 5, I think there's a few different subtle changes in it.
Yes, there
Uh,
are. There's one main one I know about, or,
yeah.
or sort of two things I know about. Is one is that there's a missing scene in this one, and an extra scene.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Is
so
this
that
the one where?
rather and no, you go ahead.
No, no, sorry. This is the one that
I,
they're
I was
in the
just gonna say
graveyard.
yes. This the test of courage,
Yeah.
is something that is brought up where they have to like put a little doll type thing on a grave,
Yeah.
and I suppose in this circumstance, normally what happens is the girls go to have yukata fitted, because Haruhi wants them to all be dressed up nice.
Mhm.
That scene is not in this episode, so they don't have that
Oh
in
yeah.
this one. And instead of Kyon having the conversation with Nagato at the batting cage, they have that they're kind of about the time loop. They have their conversation during the test of courage when they're walking up to the grave.
Yeah.
Um, those are sort of the kind of major differences I think between the previous episodes and now. That's just in episode 5. There's one other detail that I was sure I'd accidentally tapped rewind on my device when I was watching.
Oh yes. Yes. That's it is in this episode as well. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
another point. I think Keon draws figure 8 on the list at the end as well.
You're right, he does.
and
I,
and Harry
is that
goes,
supposed to signify both the Endless Eight, but also Ouroboros, sort of
"Oh
infinite?
yeah, yeah." It's meant. I think it's meant to symbolize infinite, and that's why also this is called Endless Eight, because eight is basically put on its side to make an infinite symbol, essentially.
Yeah,
Um,
because if you know if nothing, an infinity symbol is essentially a stood up bow tie.
uh, no, what? That's number eight. Stood up bow
Yeah,
tie. Lying
stood
down
up bow
bow
tie.
tie.
Sorry, you're right. Yep,
It's
that's what I
horizontal
meant.
eight. Bow
Yep,
tie is infinite. That's what you're
yep. The
saying.
bow tie, the bow tie is forever.
Bow ties
Uh,
forever. Um,
Ask Bill
also,
Nye.
yeah. And then also you should it's just really noticed when I was watching like the intro there. They do have an infinite symbol within the intro. Wow. On every episode. It's on a
Wait,
stop sign.
every episode ever, or just the ones for Endless Eight?
Every episode with the season two intro.
Okay, I was about to say is like that is another level of detail that they have gone to that is wasted.
I don't I don't think they've done it in season one intro. I don't remember seeing it, but I just
No.
noticed it there. This is like a street sign type circle, like the speed sign circle thing, for ourselves in the UK, because obviously
Hmm.
in the States it's square. Uh, and it has like the infinite symbol in it, and then Hurry bats it and spins it around. Is this the one that they're also in a park? They're in the spinning globe? Or is that
No,
that
no, that's
that
further on.
that's the next episode?
I, I
Not
yeah, you're
six,
right.
but like the next
It,
episode of this.
yeah, it's yeah. It's the next set of two.
Yeah.
We're finding it very difficult to keep the idea of like. Don't want to ruin the illusion for you people here, but we've seen the future. Uh,
No, we can't see the
so I don't
future.
want to give it away just yet.
We can't. We haven't seen the future because we can't go back to the future because of the time loop.
Oh no, the future is the loop. Let's be clear.
The future's- Wait, no, that's a
The
different.
loop is forever also.
That's a different thing altogether. That's Looper. I don't want to go sent back in time and get shot by myself.
Did you? I can't remember if that's something that is known about the movie Looper as you go in, or if you've just spoiled Looper.
I might have spoiled Looper. It's.
I mean, quite honestly, I think
I
I would
think.
rather be watching Looper.
I think it essentially. No, you're getting people from the future to come back and get shot because they kind of have to do it that way now. And
Yeah.
then and you kind of don't realize the two characters are that, I suppose, at the start, and then they kind of look at each other and they go, "Oh," and then he hesitates and then he runs away, and then it's slowly explained that he is him. I'm
That
just making it
Joseph
worse.
Gordon-Levitt is unfortunately going to look like Bruce Willis later on in life.
Well, it isn't every Hollywood actor.
I mean, probably.
Well, look at The Rock. He had hair once,
True.
and now he's gone bald.
I had hair once.
See, everyone becomes Bruce Willis. You just got to get that
Oh
vest on.
no. Ugh. I'm not wearing shoes either. No, you're right. It's already started.
Um,
Um.
I should
So yeah,
also,
Looper is a good film. You should watch it.
yeah. I was watching Close Enough on Netflix. Season 2 just came out over here
Oh
about a
yeah,
couple weeks
yeah.
back. They do a Die Hard episode
I will need to watch that.
because it's in the. I think you got like some. You got like a guy doing a bad German accent. And the, Oh,
Fantastic.
it's just regular show on a different level.
Yeah, I did. I watched recently, and we're going off piece here because there's not very much to talk about. Uh, I recently watched the Mother 3 video by Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Oh, I've seen it there,
It
but I haven't seen
is
it.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Like really, really, really fantastic. And I would wholeheartedly recommend that both you and anyone listening to this should really watch that. It's really, really great.
it's a better than
Um,
Space Jam one.
the Space Jam one terrified me because for the longest time I did not realize it was parody, and I was like, "We're getting," and then it was like, "Oh no, okay, right. I think he's joking. I think he's joking." It's like I hope he's joking. Otherwise, he's broken.
Oh,
Otherwise, the mere existence of Space Jam 2 has broken him.
maybe. I think he just trolled his fan base.
It was pretty good. But yeah,
Yeah,
I would definitely recommend watching the Mother 3 video. It's really good, really well done.
yeah.
So to get back on track, um, essentially, I think we've kind of spoken about the main real differentiators within this episode already.
Hmm.
We spoke about in the previous episode that there's now sort of a dialogue between Kyon and Koizumi about trying to convince Kyon to profess love for Haruhi to
Yeah.
end the loop, which Kyon is not super into ever.
No.
He's very, very resistant to it.
Mhm.
In an almost doth protest too much sort of way. And we've kind of also, like we said before as well, we've already sort of seen the potential for the relationship as well in the closed space in the end of part 6 of Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Mhm.
So I don't know. That's definitely another angle that this is now pursuing. Where I kind of feel I feel at this point this is where it's leading. Is like it's leading to it's like the because the whole point of this loop is that well, Koizumi certainly believes that this is to be the case, is that Haruhi does not feel the satisfaction subconsciously, even though she completes the list of all the things she wants to do that summer.
Yeah.
She subconsciously is not satisfied with like she didn't get everything she wanted, and as a result, it is continually iterating. 15. We're now on what 15,524 times
Was
this
it
loop has
24?
occurred.
Yeah, it's 24, isn't it? Yeah.
I think this is when he pulls out the calculator and does it for himself.
Uh, he starts doing it in his head. I think once again that's like episode 7 of the Endless
Oh,
Eight.
is it?
Yeah, because why wait until doing it like maybe third episode in? The other thing I would maybe
Yeah,
say about episode 5, I felt like this one was leading up to like the end because there were so many more changes in it compared to
yeah.
the last four.
Absolute, and you're right. And like the end of episode 5 is so much more final. Like it feels like it's a real drive to go somewhere, and episode 6 is not that.
Yeah,
Episode 5 is Haruhi saying it's like, well, I guess I'll see you all later, and then leaving, and then it just repeats. I think like 2 or 3 times.
yeah,
While he's sort of in that, and we talked about again previous in the previous episode, sort of these inflection points. It's like this is the chance you have to affect change,
mm,
but he never gets the courage to actually
slight
say
change.
anything because and it's that sort of perfection is the enemy of progress type thing where he can't think of the right answer and as a result says nothing.
Yeah, he sits down. There's a lot of things through it. There's another reflection point in it. It's repeated constantly. It's like, oh, we kind of did the same thing type thing, and I bit my tongue. Because he
A little
as
bit.
is after. It's like just about when they're doing the montage bit. and he usually comes up and
Yeah,
says, "Oh, what am I going to do? I can't think of much to do here," type thing. So I just kind of
yeah,
stayed stum, as it were,
yeah.
and
I
not
suppose
say
even
anything.
another inflection point might be to talk about the homework as well. Like, because when they're doing the fireworks as well, I always felt like that felt like a deliberate choice on his part to bring that up.
Yeah, he's always going, "Oh, I don't." He just wanted to check if Harry did it, and Harry's always saying, "That was easy. 3 days. That's all
Yep.
it took." Type thing,
And
and
then
you should do it.
he moans about the person on high not giving the stats out very well.
Yeah, and she also states like you should do it before you start doing anything else.
She's not wrong. Um,
But
but
who does
yeah,
that?
think
No one
I
does that.
mean sensible people. Uh,
No, no sense
I
for
feel
people
like
do that.
yeah, because this one ends sort of in that more, and then the sixth episode, that end is sort of that more. It's not a repetitive thing with Haruhi. It's more just it's that final bit of her walking out as like the draw is more extreme. Like he's like, this is the point. This is it. This is the thing you need to be doing right now. There's something to do here. You need to do it now. And again, he doesn't do it.
Yeah,
So
and was it this episode that he? Because it doesn't end at like the cafe. It does. They always see like the last day where he's just trying to do his homework, and always going, "Oh, it's kind of pointless because it's going to get repeated." But like
yeah,
in one of the episodes, he just scrolled in big letters "impossible" on on his homework book, but I can't remember which one.
I think it's this. Actually, might be episode six.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's episode six where um when they're getting fitted for the yukata,
Uh-huh.
uh Kyon and Koizumi are waiting outside, and they're standing in front of a window that says "endless" on it,
All right. Yeah.
which is weird. Uh, yeah, the I don't know.
Yeah. So I think episode five is certainly a more interesting one. So currently, I'm thinking if you want to watch it, maybe watch the first two, Endless One and Two, and then you can pretty much skip to five just to like give you a bit of difference, and then
Yeah,
maybe
I'd say that it's probably around a six for me on episode five,
yeah. What
and
about
then back
six,
down to a five,
five? So you averaging out at 5.5 then.
pretty much. What about you?
Yeah, five certainly was a more interesting thing. So yeah, well, just 5.5, 5.
I should say, like, I'm not, I don't dislike the episodes even when there's nothing that changes. I'm more angry that it's not a more noticeable change because we should say they're not just repeating the same thing. There's a lot of effort has gone into this repetition to
Mhm.
not show the same screens, to not show the same camera pans, to they're wearing different clothes. They say things subtly differently from time to time. Like there's a significant amount of effort has gone into making this both be the same and different at the same time.
Yeah, definitely not the same car. Different actions. Um, Most notably, Nagato's changing buys a different mask every time, and it's not got the same masks on display. There's also like
Yep.
different vendors. The vendor changes a lot.
Fireworks behaviors are different. They do different
Yep.
things with the fireworks. They wear different yukata each time when they get changed.
Mhm.
They
Different swim
they're always in the
costumes.
frog costumes. The swimming
Yeah,
costumes are always different.
yeah. Um,
Is it episode six where Mikuru gets punted in the face and then nearly drowns? I think it might be.
yeah, that's it. They also play
Jeez,
a different game in one of the episodes. Instead of like
I think
pool soccer or water soccer, they're calling it. They
yeah.
actually play dodgeball.
That's right, they do. That's right.
But one thing I can't remember which episode it is. Just yeah, it's just
Doesn't matter
if you watch Endless Eight, it just melds into one because it's repeated 8 times.
because it is one.
It is one.
Like it's it's surreal being able to hear the subtlety in the different inflections of people, the way people say things sometimes.
Yeah, because I think, like for example, the conversation that starts the whole episode off has changed at least 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
How it's thrown through. Like episode
Even if
one,
it's not a different conversation, it's still the same conversation.
yeah, episode one is like, yo, Keelan, you're not doing anything. Good, right? Cool. Meet us at the train station. Uh, and then episode two is like, hey, Keelan, what you doing? Nothing. Good. Meet us at the train station.
It becomes more aggressive and
And
more assertive.
in episode two, and then it kind of goes relaxed again in episode three and
Yeah.
four. It's all over the
So
place, but it's just these different things in the thing. And it's like I felt like maybe this thing was just like a whole experiment of oh, we need to get the voice actors to do like these things, and hell, why not we just make it into like a saga, and it's just like basically voice actors just reading out the same line over and over again, because I assume that's essentially what a voice actor will be doing for it, and the director going, no, not like that. You need a bit more emphasis. In fact, what's that? What's that? Comedy show with what's his name in it? The English guy. Something about Toast to London or something like that.
Matt Berry.
Yeah, Matt Berry. He does voice acting all the time, and he's in the voice booth, and the director's like, "Oh, can you do it like this?" And he just does it in like the same tone voice, and goes, "Yep, that's great."
Yep.
And they're just ripping the piss out of him.
I there is a part of me that has a great admiration for what they've tried to achieve with this,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the problem is that the differences, eh, the differences that are there are the things that I shouldn't have to notice. There should be other things that are driving the story in a direction for you that aren't minor changes.
They're not.
Um,
There's no drive in the story.
but yeah, you're right. There's not. It's the same story each time. Like it drives
Yeah.
in the exact same way. It never. It barely falters. In fact, there's only, as we said, like there's only one episode, and that's episode 5 that really deviates from anything because it does the whole thing where they do the test of courage instead of going to the yukata, and then they have a conversation here, and it's like, well, if that's the biggest change that I'm gonna see in however many episodes, what the hell am I doing?
You're watching this show because you want to.
Because we said we would.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think we're done.
yeah, we're done with the show, to be honest. Well, the saga. Uh,
Yeah.
so that's been who's that anime. You've been
Yep.
watching myself, Colin, and Steve, or listening to us, more likely listen to us.
Yep. I was going to say that obviously if you're listening to it as a podcast, it'd be really cool if you could leave us a review or a star rating wherever. We're everywhere where good podcasts are available. Give us a share to your friends. We're on Anchor.fm, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Apple Podcasts, Overcast. We're everywhere. Um, there's a Facebook page where we share the details of the newest episodes and sometimes some anime memes and things like that. It's facebook.com/who's that anime. Colin plays games on a Monday night on twitch.tv/couchfuel. There's a YouTube channel for Couchfuel as well that has a backup of all of the episodes and all of the recordings of gameplay. I think at the moment you said you were playing Biomutant.
I was playing Biomutant last time, and I probably still am. I mean,
Cool. It's a long game, right?
it's fairly long, especially if we're playing it like for only 2 hours a week. That'll
That'll do
drag
it.
that out.
Yep, if you like horror games, you can see me play games on twitch.tv/Hail Payman. There's a YouTube channel there as well. If you search for Hail Payman, you'll find the backup of the recordings I've done as well. And I think that's us. So it'll be a bye until next time, where
Yeah.
we will finish, hopefully, the Endless Eight.
Unless somehow we're in a time loop, but let's not get to that. Still don't want to
No.
get killed by Bruce Willis.
I really don't want to. Like Bruce. If I'm in a time loop, Bruce Willis can come back and shoot me.
Mate, what
I'm done.
That's anyway, guys.
That's my wish.
Until next time. Bye.
Bye.